Top 5 parenting mistakes
By us.
by Justin and Sarah, 2020. Also known as the coronavirus year.
Yes. The most exciting year ever. It's been so exciting.
Our favorite year.
But we're back. So it's good to be back.
I know.
It's been a while.
To dust off our
Literally
equipment.
dust.
Quite literally dust it off. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. So I thought it would be good. I don't know how you like organized yours, but I organized mine from like number 5 was like my not so awful one up to like number 1 was like my worst one.
Oh. I didn't really do that.
Okay.
I can do that easily. I'll do that as well.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we did, just so everyone knows, it's top 5, but Sarah and I did each of our top 5s.
Yeah.
Like separately. We didn't
discuss
it or anything beforehand. And I don't know, just to make it exciting.
Yep.
So should we just get into it?
Yeah.
All right. Go for it.
Am I starting? Okay. All right. So my number 5, which isn't awful, but I just feel like, and maybe you won't agree with me, but for me, I've looked back at like past Christmases, and I feel like instead of like getting Beckham toys that like he wanted, which I kind of did, it was more like I wanted to get him like things that were more educational or practical, like they'd be like, oh, I think you'd like this.
We're doing our podcast. You're supposed to be in bed, bud.
Yeah, mister.
Do you need to go potty? Why'd you come out?
Because.
Do you want to come say hi?
Yes.
Okay, come here.
Speaking of the devil.
Hi.
What's your name?
Beckham.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Who's your best friend?
Brooks.
Who's your favorite parent? Just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Don't say that. Don't you dare say that. What do you need, bud? You need to go back in bed, buddy. What?
I see you in the camera.
I mean, okay, maybe we might need to pause this.
Yeah.
We are back.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's fun having kids.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a podcast at night.
All right. I'm going to restart my first point, which was...
Let's hear it.
What?
Let's hear it.
Oh. I thought you said syrup.
Sir.
It's like, what?
Go.
Was not wanting to get Beckham too many toys at Christmas. So instead I would get him like educational things. Or, I mean, I still got him like toys, but it was also, he has this obsession with Spider-Man. And so I was like, he has so many Spider-Man things. I was trying to do like other things and like.
I just don't. I feel like he's still at the age, like I don't regret any of that. I mean, who remembers Christmas from like 1 to 4? Like maybe 5, maybe 6.
Every year.
No.
Yeah, I do.
And he gets spoiled on Christmas because of our family.
I know.
My mom gets him so many things, which is
also why I didn't want to get him a ton of toys.
I know, so I feel like that's fine.
So, I know, but that's what like Christmas is like all about, is like getting toys and the things you want. And
I think he got everything he wanted.
I don't know. Anyway, I just felt like there was a couple things that he never was interested in and never used.
I just feel like it's hard at this age, though. I just like they're so young.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't even really know what they want.
Well, he told me he wanted Spider-Man things, and I got him.
We got him walkie-talkies.
Spider-Man thing.
Got him walkie-talkies that we still haven't used because we haven't gotten batteries for.
I know. We're the worst parents. We're those parents that don't set up anything the night before. We
It
don't
was
have
like-
batteries on Christmas Day.
It was like literally the other day. He was like kind of playing it because one of them still makes a noise.
Yeah. It's like
We
a
heard him
demo.
playing with it. And we're like, "I want to get batteries for that." Still haven't.
Nope.
Oh well.
Tomorrow when we go
Tomorrow
to
we
your
will
parents'
get
house.
batteries. Because we don't go to the store to get batteries. we go to my parents' house to get batteries. Like normal people. All right. Are you done on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go to my first one. So I'm doing the lowest one, I guess, right?
Well, the one that was just not as like big.
Well, I'll start with kind of like a funny one that
Okay.
we maybe both put.
Okay.
I am interested to see if we put any of the same things. But this one I called the applesauce incident of 2016.
That's my number one.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
That's your number one mistake as a
That's my
parent.
number one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Out of everything we've done, that is your number one mistake.
Everything we've done, you sound like we're horrible people.
Out of everything we've done to those children.
It's a miracle they're still alive.
It is a miracle kids survive.
It is, yeah. Because
We
all
don't,
the things
just,
they could choke
just
on.
to be clear, we do not like beat our children.
Oh,
or anything.
no, yeah.
I just
Sorry,
think
I
it's-
guess I thought that was just obvious, but gotta say
never
that
know.
nowadays.
You never
Yeah.
know. But it is a miracle. Like those of you who have kids, it
Yeah,
really
for
is
them
a
to
small
grow
miracle.
to adulthood, it's like, wow, you made it.
Yeah, you did it. You didn't eat that piece of chalk that was on the ground.
Seriously.
You didn't even swallow that battery.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the miracle is the biggest from probably 1 to or 0 to
One.
to well actually all the way start from birth, right?
When they're
From
first
just-
conceived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conceived to
3.
I would say like
2.
2.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, Jude is crawling around,
Learning to walk. He's wobbly.
falling off beds, falling off couches,
Falling off tables.
getting smothered by his brother.
Yep. Eating everything.
Yeah.
All right,
Literally.
I'm getting off
'Kay.
topic.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I mean, that was a mistake, but I'm just going to go
That's
do it.
what we're talking about is mistakes.
I know, but I think it's just kind of funny.
It is funny, but it's also painfully embarrassing.
Okay, well, this one's called the applesauce incident of 2016. Was it 2016? 2017?
It was
It doesn't
was
matter.
when he was a year, and we did it for a year.
Yeah, okay. So this is what Sarah and I did. Beckham has always been an amazing sleeper
Mm-hmm.
since birth. And
No, since 2 months. He sleep trained himself.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean literally since birth.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to feed them in the night. But pretty much his whole life. So 2016 comes around. He takes himself off bottles, and he's doing great. And then one night he wakes up, and he just won't go back to sleep. So we tried feeding him like blueberries in the middle of the night.
Yeah, we brought him into our bed.
And we've never done this, but we never did this. Well, we
Yeah.
we didn't bring him in our bed to sleep, but
No.
we just kind of
trying
we
to
were like,
console him.
I'm trying to think. I think we tried like raspberries. Finally, we got one of those applesauce packets, and he took that, and then he went right back to sleep.
Yeah, like the on-the-go applesauce packets.
So naturally,
Well, then the next night he woke up again. So
I know.
obviously,
So we just kept feeding him these applesauce packets, like the little ones you get at Costco.
that's
the
the only
Kirkland
thing
ones.
he'll take is applesauce.
That's the only thing you take. So we're feeding him these, like 3 of those a night,
Yeah.
roughly. And then a couple months goes by. I calculate that we're spending close to like $300 on applesauce a month on this child.
Oh my
I
gosh.
almost lost my load. So this goes on for a year. Okay, and once we find this out, it's not like, maybe we should stop. This is crazy. It's probably bad for his teeth. No,
Yeah,
what
maybe
we do
should try and
what we
let him
do when we find out how
cry.
much this is costing us is we go on Amazon and get refillable applesauce packets. So So we buy applesauce in bulk and then fill these packets every night
What were
before
they?
we go
They
to
were
bed.
like, how many ounces did those hold?
They were big too. They were
Yeah, they're
bigger.
huge.
They were like, if you can see on the camera, those who are watching, they're like that big.
No. They were like this
Oh,
big.
they were not that big.
I bet you so much money.
You
they
can't
were
tell how
about this
big that is on the camera.
Oh.
though. Probably.
Like this big.
Yeah, I want to say
Like it was like
maybe like
it was
8
like
inches.
10 ounces it held.
Oh, I don't. Anyways, they were bigger than the average ones. We start refilling those every night and feeding those to him. And this literally went on for a year. And then finally, we're like, we need to stop this. This is insane. Like, we're just going to have to bite the bullet. And it's going to be a crazy, like, month probably. He's going to be crying and screaming every night. So what happens is the first night comes around. He cries. He wakes up and cries. We're like, great. Like, we're going to be up all night. He cries for probably 20 minutes. Goes
Yeah.
back to sleep. And that's the end of the story.
Yep. And then he has slept the night ever since.
Ever since.
Except for
was-
some teething and sickness, but
Yeah. So
yeah.
anyways, that's that story. That's the applesauce incident.
And it's
It's a good one.
just looking back and being like, wow, we didn't have a brain. This is our first kid, by the way, first child.
Yeah, maybe we should have said that we have 2. We
Yeah.
have one that's gonna almost be 5. And
one that's turning 1 tomorrow.
One that's turning 1 tomorrow, yeah.
But I mean,
July 15th.
it's so awful.
It is. So yeah, that was the first one. I figured you would put that one too. That was the one I was
Yeah.
probably for sure that we'd both put.
Yeah. I hate thinking about that because it's like we spent so much money and wow.
Yeah.
We're
it
dumb.
was anyways.
It's okay. Oh, by the way, Beckham absolutely hates applesauce.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
He will not eat it.
That's true. That's a good point. He hates applesauce. Yeah, he'll never eat it.
He won't eat it. Like I've tried feeding him, and he's like, "Ew, I hate applesauce."
Because we just force fed him every night for a year,
Yeah.
every night. So
So that's sad, but
yeah,
it's okay.
good stuff. Live and learn.
All right. My number 4 mistakes is being afraid of bugs in front of Beckham.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, because
think of
now
that.
he is afraid. Because I freak out if there's a bee. Like, I hate bees. I freak out. I run away.
Yeah,
And that's not
Sarah,
just me.
like-
That's actually a lot of my sisters do that too. Where we like, we like run away from bees.
Yeah, I think some people are like that, but when Sarah says they freak out, they like lose their minds if there's a bee.
Yeah, I have 2 sisters that are literally like, "Ah!" like run
yeah,
away.
like it is next. Like I feel like some people are like, oh, there's a bee, and they kind of like they lose their
They
minds.
will like book
Sarah's-
it screaming into the house.
Yeah.
And
All
they
of-
are, one's in their 30s and one's mid-20s. So
Yeah, all of Sarah's
Yeah.
sisters are
Yep.
like that, and she has 5 of them.
yeah, not all of us. There's 2 that's just a little more scared than
Yeah.
others. But
That's-
yeah, I like spiders. I've really been trying to be like brave about killing spiders, and I'm getting more used to it because we have so many. But spiders, ew, and bees, those are like my big ones.
Yeah, I feel like I do a fairly good job.
Yeah, except you won't pick up spiders that you kill. You just smush them and you leave them there.
Well, no, here's my thoughts on that that we've already discussed. I think if you're the one to kill the spider, then your spouse should be the one to pick it up and throw it away. That's how it should work.
No, if you were the only one at home, you should kill it and throw it away. You're not just gonna leave it there until your
Maybe.
spouse gets home.
Maybe.
And then you say, "Hey, I killed a spider over there. You need to go and throw it away."
I don't do that every time. I just don't like picking them up with a paper towel. I always try to
Who
like.
likes it? I don't. Ew,
There's
it
probably
makes me
some
so,
freaky people out there that enjoy that.
Well,
They're like, oh yeah,
probably like biologists.
squish.
Ew. Gross.
People have some weird fetishes.
I know, but that's gross. You have some major problems.
My technique is to smush it with a shoe and kind of get it stuck to the shoe and then like kind of like tap it in the toilet.
No. You learned that from me.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Sarah, you really think I've learned that from you?
Yes.
No. I've been killing
Justin,
spiders since before we met.
So have I. I have killed a lot of spiders.
Okay. We're not getting into this. You definitely did not show me that technique.
Oh, all
That's
right.
not
I'm
that-
pretty sure I
that's
did
not
just
that
like a
unique.
week ago, but
That
that's
is,
okay.
oh my gosh. That is not that unique of a technique. A week ago?
Yeah.
Okay, we're done talking about this. Okay, are you done with that one?
This is usually how our debates go. I win and Justin says,
No.
we're done talking about this.
I don't know about that.
Unless we're on podcasts.
Ask the people and look at the votes on our
Well,
Instagram
they don't
page.
hear our stupid debates like that, like we just
I-
had.
Define stupid. Because a lot of the debates we've had on here are probably classified as that.
All right. Anyway, now Beckham is afraid of spiders. In his defense, he did get stung by a bee. And so today, though, I was so proud of him.
I know.
We had a snow cone and a bee was buzzing around him. He just like stood there.
Well, it's because I talked to him. I was like, do you know why bees sting you? He's like, why? I said, it's because they're scared of you.
And that's absolutely not true.
I feel like that is. What?
You're telling our child lies.
That is true.
No, they just sting for fun.
No, they don't. You're thinking of wasps.
No, they actually sting if they feel threatened.
That's what I
No,
mean.
you said if they're scared of you.
Okay, like scared, threatened. That's, yeah. Threatened is like a part of being scared.
All right, I'll give you that.
Well, that's what I meant. Like when they're scared or they feel threatened or whatever. Like bees don't just sting you to sting you, but wasps do.
Yeah,
Because they're little
little meanies.
devils. Okay, is that it?
Yep.
All right. Number 2 for me.
Number 2.
Yeah, I've only done one.
Aren't you going backwards? 5,
Okay,
4, 3?
number 4.
Okay. Well, I was confused. I had to clarify.
I'm gonna go with probably road rage.
That's a good one.
You didn't do that?
No.
Oh, this is good. I thought
Yeah.
we'd be putting some of the same
No,
things.
that's a good one.
Yeah. So this one's kind of funny because it took me a while to realize what I had done because
What have I done?
because I would be like at a going through a drive-thru or something to get some food, and there's cars in front of you and stuff, and Beckham would be like, "Move, go."
Go faster.
And I would get mad. I'm like, Beckham, I'm like, don't do that. Calm. I'm like, dude. I'm like, shh. Like, what do you want me to do? And I'd get mad at him. I'm like, there's cars in front of me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you getting upset? I'm like, there's nothing I can do about this. And he would like get so mad at the cars because they weren't moving. And it started happening at like lights and stuff like that. Like when it was red, because he didn't really understand. He just saw a car in front of us and he's like, go, move it. And I didn't understand it. And then like one day, I don't think you were with me, but I started to get mad at someone because they were going slow. I was like, move. I was like, go, because I have road rage.
I do too. So
Yeah,
he's
Sarah
getting
and
it
I
from both.
Sarah and I both. I think a lot of people have road rage, but I feel like we both have it really bad.
Only when I'm alone in the car, and I guess with my children.
And with me
And you. Yeah.
in the passenger seat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sarah likes to honk other people's horns while she's in the passenger seat, which she learned not to do
I
our
like to
first year of
honk
marriage.
my own horn. There's a lot of people that
I
need
like to honk your horn too.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Let's keep this PG.
I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not. I don't even know what that means, honestly.
I don't know, but anyway, back to
Sarah doesn't honk my horn anymore. Literally. In the car.
yeah. No, that only happened twice, and I'll never do that again.
Yep, learned your lesson.
He was so mean to me.
So I slapped her hand away when she went for it. But yeah, so anyways, I was driving and I started to get mad at the car in front of me because they were going too slow. And right after I did that, Beckham started doing it. He's like, move, go. And I'm like, it like clicked after a few months of him doing this.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized you don't like realize sometimes from the transition of when kids start understanding things that are happening and they start mimicking what you do and what you say. And that's kind of where Beckham's at, or where he's been the past year.
Yeah, he just takes
or
everything
two.
in.
Yeah, like you just don't realize, because you're in the car with your spouse and you guys are talking about whatever, and you're used to being able to talk whatever you want to talk about and say words that you probably shouldn't say. I mean, not like really bad words, but or you're talking about someone and
Yeah.
the family or something,
Yep.
or whatever, and you just, it's kind of weird. It's like this weird transition. So it was kind of like that. It was like, oh shoot, like I need to start.
Yeah, like when we'd jokingly, if like Jude was being loud in the car or whatever, we'd jokingly be like, I don't want to hear it, Jude. And now Beckham
Yeah, now
says
Beckham
that to
says that, which is
Jude.
actually kind of funny.
And he said it to your sister. It's like, I don't want to hear it, Tara. Like, oh my gosh.
Kids just taking so much. It's really crazy.
Yes.
But we've realized that. Ironically, though, my road rage has gotten worse since I've had kids.
That's because
Well, you get more defensive when you drive,
do.
or dumb people driving and making dumb mistakes. It makes you more mad when you
It
have
does,
kids in
because
the
you're
car.
like, I have kids in the car, and you just like
Yeah,
almost ran
and
into
you're
me.
freaking taking photos for Instagram or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
some stupid teenage girl put on her makeup.
Yep. Makes you more angry,
Anyways,
for sure.
serenity now.
All right. Well, my number 3.
'Kay.
Is when I locked Beckham in the car on
Oh.
accident. Oh,
That's right.
that was like that
we
was
just
awful.
talked about this.
I know. It wasn't in the summer, thank goodness. It was like
It
in the
was.
fall. No, it was like in the fall.
Oh,
Because I remember, like, I was like, thank goodness it's not like super like burning hot outside. I was taking Beckham to a doctor appointment, like a checkup, and I got out of the car, and before I was like a little bit early, so I was like, oh, I'll just feed him like one of those squeeze packet type foods or whatever. And so I got out of the car, and I always have a habit of like locking when I open the car to like get Beckham out. I lock my doors, and then I put my keys in the diaper bag, and then I get everything out. So that's what I did. My eye itches. I locked the car,
thanks
put
for
the keys in there.
saying that.
Well, mine looked weird on the camera, but I was like, all right, anyway.
I am currently itching my eye right now. Just so you all know.
Just for those watching. It didn't look like I could pick my nose. All right. So I went to I shut the car door for some reason, and I realized, obviously, that I had locked my keys in the car after I just locked it. Because I was going to get something from like around the other side or in my door. I don't even remember. So I couldn't get in. Luckily, I had my phone, though, in my pocket, and I called Justin. I was like hysterically like, Justin!
Yeah, this was when I was working in Salt Lake as a designer, and Sara calls me, and I like, all I hear is crying, screaming, and the word Beckham.
Screaming? I wasn't screaming. I couldn't
You-
even get
okay,
out what I was
what's-
trying to say. I was crying so.
You were crying, like
Much.
it was frantic. Maybe
Yeah.
like frantically
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
And I guess
I
not
wasn't
screaming.
like, Justin!
Like I literally thought Beckham was dead or something.
I know. Looking back, I'm like, man, I should have been a little more calm. But, I didn't want to be like one of those parents that like locks their kids in the car and then they die. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I just locked my child in the
only
car.
That only happens though when parents do that and they go in the store and they're idiots in the summertime and they're in there for an hour.
I know, but it only takes like 10, 15 minutes for them to like die. So I was like
Well,
freaking out.
That's in very. I mean, at that
I
point,
know,
though,
I know
at that
that's-
point though, you'd obviously like break a window if you saw him.
Well, yeah, I know. But yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it could have been handled a little more calmly, but
And I'm dumb because I didn't call the police first. I called Justin. He can't help me. I call my dad. He could.
wait, you called your dad after you called me?
I don't remember the order.
Because
Probably
when you
yes.
called me, I told you to call the cops.
Oh, well, I don't remember what the order was. Oh, no. No, you told me to call my dad to see if he could come, like, help me.
No,
Yes, you did.
I'm almost positive I told you to call the cops.
All right, anyway. Well, I called my dad, too, and then I called the cops. And
Yeah.
I felt, that was just, I felt so dumb.
He was fine.
Oh, no,
though.
I called my dad to see if he could come help me because I really didn't want to call the cops because I felt so stupid. I was like, I didn't want to be one
Okay.
of those girls that's like, I locked my child in the car, even though I was. And
Gotta lose your pride.
I know. So the police officer was really
You are
nice.
a pride boy.
Yeah. He was really nice. He came and unlocked my doors for me and then got him out. So that was really embarrassing. I also had to call the doctor's office because I was now going to be late And I was like, I just locked my son in the car. I'm going to be late.
I don't know if you had to say that.
I probably didn't, but
Oh, well. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. That's right.
Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but
it's funny now, but in the moment,
it is funny
I was
now
like
talking about it.
hysterical.
Yeah. That was not a great day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it ended up being fine. And he was fine the whole time.
No, yeah, I looked in there and he was just like laughing and smiling at me. He like thought it was like a game. I was like peeking in at him in the window.
Crying.
Yeah.
Oh, back up.
And he's just like,
Just laughing
ha.
at you.
He was like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Number 3,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Okay, what should I go with? I'm gonna go with putting Beckham in like the closet when we lived with your parents / timeout.
Oh, I thought you meant for sleeping, and I was like, that's not bad.
Lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
No, this one was, I don't know. I'm not trying to be one of those like hippie parents or whatever, but like I feel like once because we kind of transitioned from like you're going to timeout to okay, like this is a room that you're going in, like get your anger out and come out when you're ready to come out.
Wait, you say when we lived with my parents, this is
Yeah, we would
when
put him
that
in the
was?
closet.
Oh, okay.
But then we started to put him in the room upstairs and just that's what we used to start saying.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, for some reason I just really regret that. I feel like I don't know, I think all kids are different and maybe like the timeout thing works. And in a way it is timeout basically, but not really. I mean, I know people that do different things. I mean, like, you know, like your sister or your brother and his wife, they like have their boys hug,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that wouldn't work for us right now. But different parents have different things. And so I feel like this has worked for us really well is, you know, when he is getting upset, we put him in his room. And, you know, now we're in our own place and he just goes in his room. And I feel like that works out a lot better than getting super angry,
Mm-hmm.
throwing him in a closet or placing him in a closet gently.
We don't throw him.
And,
Choice of words.
yeah, like, you know, put it like slamming the door and being like, don't come out till I tell you to come out, you know.
Well, now we just, that's like his calm down spot is like his room. So we tell him he can come out when he has calmed down. He's ready to come out.
Yeah, that's what
So
I said.
he comes out himself. But yeah,
And it
different
works,
than
and it
timeout.
really works I mean, for the most part, it works pretty well.
Yeah. Does.
I feel like it requires more patience, obviously.
On our part.
Yeah.
But it
Because
also
sometimes you have to-
teaches him to, like, calm, like, you know, figure
Calm
out his
himself down.
emotions and, be able to
Yeah,
calm
I think
himself
that's really important for kids to learn how to do that because I feel like timeout, I don't know. It's like we let them play in there. It's like play with your toys, like scream in your pillow, you know, do whatever you want.
down. Yeah. But calm down.
But yeah, we don't, you know, anyways, like giving him that space to do that.
Yeah, I've never really liked sticking him in the closet, but we also didn't have like a ton of space, and so, but he had his own room, I guess. He could have.
Yeah, he had.
Oh,
his
I
own
know
room.
we didn't do that because we didn't want to associate his room with like timeout.
Well, yeah, but then then
that's
you
why we didn't
transfer
do it.
from timeout to just like
I know.
chill. This is your
Yeah.
chill spot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I regret that. I feel like I don't know. And I've recently gotten better at it,
Mm-hmm.
I think, with
Yeah.
being, and also being calm, you know,
Yeah.
when you bring them back there.
Yeah.
Not like yelling as you're.
Yeah. Yelling match never works out for
No,
anybody.
never, ever.
Yeah. All right. My number 2. Were you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. My number 2 was not feeding Beckham what we are eating.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really
Yeah.
good one. Which is what we
So,
do with Jude now.
Yeah. And Jude'll eat like anything. He's like a garbage
Yeah,
disposal.
hopefully that stays like that.
I know. So
I think it will. Jude's already a way better eater than Beckham was at one.
Yeah. Because Beckham was kind of like picky even when he was little. I just didn't stick with it. I didn't keep introducing him to things. I was just like, oh, well, he doesn't like peas. Okay, I guess he doesn't like peas. He won't eat it.
Yeah, and now his diet is basically
Cheese. Anything cheese.
Just clumps of cheese. That's all he'll
Just
eat.
a giant thing of cheese. He just bites it off.
We just buy those cheese balls at the store and he just gnaws on that thing
Ew.
every meal. No, like cheese quesadillas, cereal, yogurt, and Sprite.
No,
And candy.
he does like chicken nuggets.
It's true. I forgot that part of the food table.
He likes strawberries. Any kind of fruit, really. He likes.
That's true. I mean, I think most kids like. I was trying to
Um,
think of like meals, not
Oh.
necessarily.
He does like peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
That's true.
That's not like the worst thing ever.
He likes high chews. We give him high chews. But yeah, we've had to start feeding him those like Pediasure
I know.
things.
Yeah, because he's like so skinny and small.
He doesn't look like sickly. I think he's just small.
He is just small, but both of us were small.
Yeah. Jude's not small though.
No, he's not a small kid.
No,
He's just
I think
thick.
he's a thick boy,
Yeah.
which is weird, kind of.
Well, I was fat when I was a baby.
Up until you were 1.
Yeah, I was kind of like a
He's
chunky kid.
He's not really fat though. He's like, I feel like he's transferring from fat to being like thick, like solid.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Like-
Which is good. He can beat up his older brother.
Which is actually probably, I mean, it probably has to do with his eating.
Yeah. Yeah,
'Cause
he
he-
eats a lot
yeah.
of different things.
Yeah.
Variety.
Yeah, we feed him everything, but he'll take everything. He's never not taken anything
But in
ever
my defense,
besides cold milk.
in my defense, well, it's actually not in my defense. It was really dumb of me. My diet also consisted of just cereal, pretty much,
Yeah, that's true.
when I had Beckham. Like, I did not eat healthy.
Well, mine didn't.
I know, but you, like, worked late, so dinner
Yeah,
time, it was
yeah,
up
we
to
never,
me.
We never ate together.
And so, yeah, I just never really gave him what I was eating,
It's true.
which was cereal.
Yeah.
So
Oh well. Hopefully he'll.
he'll grow up and be a picky eater like me, I guess.
Sadly,
Yeah. Oh,
I don't
well.
know. You never know.
Yeah. So that was that.
Okay, number 2 for me is I didn't really know what to say for this, but like just like yelling, anger, and like sometimes I've spanked Beckham. All mine really have to do with Beckham. We don't have
Well,
any regrets
he's-
with Jude. We're perfect with Jude. He's perfect.
He's our
child.
second one. Beckham's our guinea pig, as usual, with everyone's first.
No, we've just had more experience with him, but I feel like I've really tried to work on like my anger with Beckham.
You make it sound like you're always constantly yelling and screaming at him.
I do?
I don't know. That's just how it comes off, which is not true.
Oh, no. And also, in case anyone didn't know, that picture I posted on our Instagram, I'm not actually angry in that photo. Sarah pointed
Yeah.
out that I literally looked like I was angry. That might be important to know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Just
Yeah.
so. No, I don't feel like I'm really not like an angry person by nature.
Mm-hmm.
You don't agree with that? Sarah's just like, mm-hmm. Yep.
Whatever
Okay.
you think.
I guess so. You don't agree with that?
I wouldn't really call you like easygoing, like relaxed.
I feel like I'm easygoing. You don't feel like I'm easygoing?
Dep-
You've said I'm easygoing.
With like what we want to do, or like, I don't know.
Oh.
I just
Wow,
think you get
truth comes out, huh?
I just think you get annoyed easily
No,
with lots of situations.
it can all be summed up into people that are not self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those situations are what make me angry.
Yeah.
Wow, just got really quiet.
Our air went off.
You guys probably gonna hear that, but the air went off in here, and it's like, I feel like we're in space.
Space.
I just picture space being really quiet.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't feel like I'm angry.
I don't think you're angry like all the time. It's not like you're walking around like an angry
No. Okay.
ball
Okay.
of person.
There are little things do set me off easily,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not. I
You
wouldn't say.
have a short fuse.
Okay, yeah, I have a short fuse for sure, but I wouldn't say I'm. I would say the majority of the time I'm like relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't feel like you're giving me the validation I need. Anyways, okay.
Yes, I agree. Sorry.
You literally did the exact same thing. You're like, yeah, okay. Anyways, no, like I've spanked Beckham a few times, not like super hard, but this is something I'm working on now. Is well, first of all, I try not to spank him at all anymore, but just really controlling your anger because we've realized it doesn't help at all.
Mm-hmm.
Getting angry does not help at all. But sometimes and the worst is when both of you are angry.
Yeah.
I can only remember like a couple of times where both of us have just been like yelling at him, being angry, and it's like it is the worst situation.
Yeah.
Like it helps if at least one parent is like calm and like the good cop bad cop thing. But I mean both. It just helps so much when you're both calm.
Mm-hmm.
But that is hard sometimes as a parent.
Yeah, it is. It's so hard to keep your calm. And my sister-in-law is like an expert at it.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I agree.
I remember she was telling a story of her son was really mad at her and she was just staying calm the whole time, talking to him calmly, and he was getting even more mad because she was so calm. And she was just like, you know what? She's like, let me just tell you something. When you're in an argument with someone, the one who stays calm always wins.
That's true.
And so she was like, so you need to practice that. I was like, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. Shout out to Megan Tixon.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know what to do about my number one because you already talked about it. So
Okay, we'll just do. You have 5. So what's your one that we haven't done?
that's it. My number one was the applesauce thing.
Oh, right. Yeah, we haven't talked
Yeah.
about. Okay, so I'll do mine then.
Yep.
This one's on a little bit of a serious note.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised you didn't do this one.
I'm scared now. It's
You
gonna
don't need
make
to
us
be
look
scared.
like we're like horrible people.
No, and I debated on doing this one, but we don't need to go super in depth with it. But it was our separation when we were separated
Oh.
last year.
Yeah.
I think that I don't know if you can.
Well,
I don't know if that's
I don't think I brought that up because it wasn't my fault.
yes.
So
That's a good point.
sorry, I didn't bring that one up.
That's true. Yeah. So I guess it was. Yeah. So that was mostly on me. Well, it was on me, 100%. But
Well, I would say it wasn't my decision, not my fault, because that makes it sound like you did something bad.
yeah.
It was just
That's a
wasn't
better
my
way to put it.
decision.
Yeah. So yeah, it was my initial decision to go through with that, and yeah, we were separated for like a month,
Mm-hmm.
and that was by far the worst. I mean, decision I've ever made. But it's hard too because I feel like through all that, we became stronger as a couple.
We did, and we
Which we've
understood
talked
each
about.
other more on a deeper level.
Yeah, when we got back together, I mean, maybe we should do an episode on this one time, but I was 100% set on divorce for basically 3.5 months or
Mhm.
3.5 weeks of the month,
Yeah.
or maybe 3 weeks. But I mean, like dead set, like we're getting divorced. But through all that, I just, I convinced myself that it was better for Beckham and everything. And I'm not saying there are situations where I don't think you should stay together because of kids.
Mm-hmm.
And there are situations where people should get divorced. But I think for the most part, a lot of people can work through it.
Yeah, I think so too.
We're getting
It's
off
just-
topic though, but
It's just too hard.
yeah, but that was the hardest thing I've ever gone through with Beckham too.
Yeah, because he had like major separation anxiety after that.
Yeah, even after we got back together, it was like, I don't want to cry, but it was like the saddest thing. Like I would just be going to the gym, and he'd be like, "Are you coming back?"
Yeah.
Like that. Like, oh my gosh, that was Very hard.
Yeah.
Like, and he did that for a while, and I think he doesn't do it anymore.
No.
I mean, it's
he
been a
doesn't.
year,
Yeah. Yeah, no, he doesn't do that anymore.
and I'm around a lot more.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, that was hard to realize that, and it was hard for me to, I think I voiced that to you, and it was hard for me to voice that to you because I didn't want you to feel bad.
Yeah. But anyone who has gone through that of like going through a separation or divorce, you know, picking up your kid from your spouse, bringing them to your place, like
Yeah,
that is
and
just
he was
Dri-
3. He was 3. He hadn't turned 40 yet. He was turning 4 that year.
yeah, he was 3, so
didn't
and,
really
you
quite
know,
understand what was happening.
no, but he did. Like that's another thing people say. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
they're so young, they don't understand. No, they do understand. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
his
they
extent
don't.
of his knowledge was he knew that you weren't there.
Yeah, like
Because he would say that to me, like, Dad's not here. And that was hard.
yeah. So that's my number one for sure is, you know, I don't know. I always want to say that's the biggest mistake I've ever made, but yeah, we should do an episode. Maybe that'll be our next episode.
Yeah, our story.
Kind of our story / you know, like why we did the podcast, which we've kind of talked about, but not in a lot of detail.
Mm-hmm.
People might like that. I don't know. Something to
Yeah.
relate to. But, yeah, that was definitely the hardest thing I've ever been through. But coming out of it, yeah, we're closer than we ever have been. We're more honest with each other than we ever have been. I think we're better parents. We're better spouses to each other.
Yeah.
We're
Yep.
better lovers.
our family is just tighter knit.
Yeah, it is. And Sarah and I are both, I feel like there was always something, you know, we were always not super optimistic about our future, but now we are.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
We're on the same page.
So,
Anyways, number one, anything else you want to say about parenting?
it's hard. I
It is
do
so hard.
want to say one thing actually. is it's so easy to like look at other people and like judge their parenting and be like, oh my gosh, why are they doing that? And there are some things where it's like, seriously, why are you doing that? But like our applesauce thing. But it's hard, and I truly think everyone has the best intentions and is trying to do their best. So don't judge us on our mistakes because parenting's hard.
It is.
Everyone has
like
parenting
even
mistakes.
before we had kids, I remember being at the store and seeing like a kid screaming or something, and
Yeah.
the mom, just kind of ignoring them, and you're like, what are you doing? Like talk like, but then you're in that situation at the store with your kid screaming.
Yeah.
And when you're in that situation and you've already tried to calm them down, that actually hasn't happened a lot with us.
No, our kids are really good at the store, thankfully.
Yeah, but it has. I feel like it's happened.
Yeah.
Like not on a scale that I've seen it before, but to a scale where it's like I understand now,
Mm-hmm.
and I see that happening, and I'm just like, oh, that sucks. Instead
Yeah.
of being like, wow, you seem like a terrible parent
Yeah, now I can like sympathize with the mom that
or dad.
or dad, yeah, that's like, man, they look tired. They're probably super frustrated trying to keep their cool in the store with this screaming child instead of being like, gosh, calm your child down. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, it is. Kids are so weird though. It's like the weirdest relationship.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about this, but it's like Jude, Beckham is to the age now where, he does cute things and he'll do things for us without us
Mhm.
asking, like give us a hug or something, or I don't know,
Or
just
share like
share something.
he's
You're like,
eating
oh,
or-
like I love you. But Jude, we love him to death, but he does nothing for us. Does nothing.
we do everything for him, It's
It's just the weirdest relationship though. You love this. I mean, I'm not trying to be like, everyone needs a kid and you don't understand this until you have a kid, but there is like some other level of love that it's like a different kind of love than
It is.
the love I feel for you.
Yeah,
Not saying not to diminish that love, but it is different.
it is.
It's like this crazy just, thing that you've never experienced. And then you're like, man, it's like I would just do anything for you, even
Mhm.
though I get nothing in return from you.
Yeah.
Like I feed you, I change you.
But it's the
I
ultimate.
protect you.
It's the ultimate, like, sign, or what am I trying to say? That you're, serving and
We've
sacrificing
talked about
so
that though,
much
because
for them.
I have served others too, and I still haven't loved them. In fact, some people I've served I've really not liked.
No, I know, but
So I
it's
think
the
that whole,
ultimate act of sacrifice, I feel like. Because you
well, I think
sacrifice so
dying
much.
for someone is probably the ultimate
Okay.
sacrifice.
Fine, you just have to one up me, I guess.
No, I'm saying when you're talking about, I don't know if I'd say having kids is a sacrifice.
No. I'm saying like the things that you do for them. You sacrifice your sleep. You sacrifice your eating because they're hungry, so you know, feed them first, and then by the time it's your turn, your food is cold, and and
Yeah,
then it's
no,
like,
in that way, no. I get what you mean. No,
yeah,
I thought
just
you
like
meant like the initial
sacrificing your
having a kid
time,
as a
you know,
sacrifice.
things like that, sacrificing whatever. But it doesn't matter because you love them so much.
Yeah, it's a strange relationship, but I don't know. It's and I feel like I don't feel like you necessarily have to have a blood related kid to have that. You know,
No.
I feel like that can happen through adoption, or
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
if people want to have a kid, you feel that. You know, I would assume. I don't know, but yeah, kids are great. They're
Yeah.
even when like Sarah, like we need to, like this past weekend we took a break for Sarah's birthday, and we had her parents and my sister watch him for a day, and you know, you're so excited, you're like, oh, like I need a break from these kids, you know, but then they're gone, and you come home and it's quiet,
And you feel something missing.
it's just like it's annoying actually, because you know, I said this already, but it like bothers me. It's like, can't I just enjoy like, you know, being without my children? And you do, and it's nice, but at the same time it's like, oh, like I miss
them.
Yeah.
Yep. And you're thinking about them.
Yeah.
That's what they do to you.
Yeah. And anyways, anything else?
Nope.
Maybe we can give a shout out to the Operation Underground Railroad.
Oh yeah.
I think we should do that.
Yeah, that's like hitting really close to my heart. Not that I know anyone or have experienced anything that like these kids go through, but man, like,
well, for
Tim
those of
Ballard
you,
and their
yeah, for those of you who don't know what that is, though.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The Operation Underground Railroad is an organization that they help kids that are being, you know, sex trafficked and sold and you know, all that stuff. And if you can go on their Instagram, and like you just cry when you go and look at those stories of things that have happened.
Yeah, they're rescuing these kids and they're putting the sex traffickers like in prison.
Yeah, it's this problem that no one seems to be talking about, which is it's a major. It's not like, oh yeah, a few kids a year. No, it's millions of kids.
And the U.S. is the number one place where like child pornography is being watched and happening, and
yeah, everyone thinks it's happening out of the country. It's not. The United States is the worst, I think, country for it. We're the reason that it's happening, because man,
we have a bunch of
can't
sickos
even.
here.
Oh, I just can't even. Man, just some of the. If you go on their Instagram, I don't want to say anything, because I'm just gonna get flustered and angry. But seriously, you can donate to them, and I mean,
go check them out and see how you can
kids, but
help their cause, because it's a good one.
Shout out to them. So, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah,
we're really gonna try to go back on a normal schedule of doing one a week. They might be a little less intense. I don't know.
Sure.
Sometimes our debates. I guess this has been fairly long, but
yeah. Yep.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Love all of you.
Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to wear your mask everywhere you go, including in your car by yourself.
Or
that is
on a moped outside without a helmet.
Yeah.
Like we saw a guy do today.
Because that is the number one place people contract COVID, is in their car by themselves.
Yep.
So that doesn't anger me at all when I see someone wearing a mask inside their car. Not at all.
Okay.
Be safe.
Goodbye.
Godspeed.